Hi, this is Allison Profit, co-host and founder of the Soulful Entrepreneur Summit happening February 27th to the 29th, 2024. Today, I am very excited to be joined by Christine Walsh, and she is going to be doing her Summit Speaker Spotlight interview today so that you can get to know her a little better before the event. Christine is actually a returning speaker, and we're very excited for her to be our opening keynote speaker. So we're going to dive right in. Christine, hi. I'd love for you to introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit about your business.
Yeah, hi. Thank you for having me. I am thrilled to be part of the summit again. And to speak on a topic that is near and dear to my heart, but actually has a ripple effect to so many areas of our business, being soulful entrepreneurs, money. So, my business is helping women entrepreneurs grow their business through revenue, through profit and presence, and really allowing people to flourish with their finances beyond ways that they've been taught in the past and conditionally what we've been seeing. And so coming into 2024, I'm really excited to share different things that I'm seeing in the marketplace, the financial marketplace and the financial landscape that are really going to prepare us for an amazing 2024, no matter what happens with the economy.
Yeah, Christine is a magic worker when it comes to money and money mindset and all things money. I have had the honor of being her client, and I've done a lot of really powerful breakthrough work of my own, which has been integral not only for myself personally, but also just through the work I do as a business coach. I do a lot of work in the sales aspect, and sales and money are obviously very tied together. So I just can't wait to hear your perspectives on releasing things related to our money stories and to hear some of what the trends are and the things that you're seeing. So I'd love for you to share, what does it mean to you to be a soulful entrepreneur?
Well, a soulful entrepreneur to me means bringing our whole self and soul and spirit and mind and body to our business. I often feel that if we don't have all of us, all parts of ourselves playing in this game, we're only showing up halfway. And to be an entrepreneur, as we all know, and being here together, and that's why we come together in community to support each other. But if we don't have all parts of ourselves on board, it's going to be an uphill battle. And that's not what I believe entrepreneurship is about. Entrepreneurship is about growing wealth. It's about seeing how far our potential can enliven within ourselves. It's about more life force energy. So being a soulful entrepreneur is obviously me working in the money realm is about what's happening externally for sure, but also what's happening internally. And our inward game is integral to our financial game all day long. So being a soulful entrepreneur is again just bringing your whole self, all of us, all the parts of ourselves to this business so that we can really expand into our potential. And I think that that really is a way that we as humans can contribute to the greater collective.
Yeah. Not to diverge too much from the line of questions that we have set up for this interview, but as you were speaking, your answer to that question, it was making me realize that when I move away from being my whole self and being in that soulful entrepreneur place of operating, that is where things start getting hard and there's more resistance and things of that nature. Do you find that to be the same thing for yourself and for your clients that you work with?
Agreed, agreed. And it's not something we've been taught. So, of course, trusting that it's not supposed to be hard. I can make this a little simpler, or I mean, there's diligence, there's effort to growing a business. There's no doubt about it. However, not understanding ourselves to a depth that we have the ability to do doesn't allow us to work through the ebbs and flows of growing a business. So the more that we can come back to ourselves, understand ourselves, have compassion for ourselves, allows us to build a better, stronger, more sustainable business for not only us, but our families, our communities. Again, I'm a big proponent of what our businesses can do out in the greater world. And so bringing our whole selves to it is the check in that we have to like, and there's a lot of noise out there. So It's a workout for sure. It's a muscle to be built. And then in that, we build our trust in ourselves and more confidence. And that's just a beautiful thing.
Yeah, I love that so much. The simplicity of running what I say, keep it soulfully simple, the KISS method.
Mhm.
It's
Totally.
just because something is simple doesn't mean that it doesn't require effort.
Yeah.
And it is noisy out there in the entrepreneurial landscape. And I think simplifying and tuning in and grounding in is something that you and I really have a lot of synergy around how we do our work. And I think that's just why I just love having you in my circle. And I'm so thrilled to just have you and your energy and your work just in my world. So here we are talking about releasing and the summit and money, and it's an inside job. And the thing that I really value a lot in my own business, and what I try to infuse into anything that I do, is joy and fun. And so, one of the things that we do with all of our speakers and summit contributors is we ask them to share what their go to song is, the song that kind of gets them energized or pumped up. So, I'd love to know what's your go to song and why is it your go to song?
Yeah, I love it because I love music. Well, my go-to song has been and will be for a while, I would imagine, Girl on Fire by Alicia Keys. Because I'm born and raised New Yorker, and so is she. So I can feel the power of just bringing the energy of New York City to my work, even though I'm out here in the outer edges of Colorado. But just something about that song brings to me a power within myself that allows me to move through the ups and downs of business, which are natural and allows me to grow. That girl on fire is always within me. And even though sometimes it feels like it's a little flicker versus a huge roaring fire, I know that that's in there and I can trust that and I can pull my courage from that through to my vision when I'm feeling moments of doubt. So, Girl on Fire definitely pumps me up. And I know it's kind of getting dated, but nonetheless, I'm still rocking it.
I love that song, and my dear friend Renee, who is the person that helped me get the job at Constant Contact, which is how I learned sales, which is what I love to help people with in their business now. That was her anthem song.
Yeah.
And so I feel myself tearing up a little bit just kind of thinking about like courage and that fire inside. And even when things aren't going very well, we have to have that go to song. So we are really excited that in the summit, we put together a playlist each year of
Yeah.
the event. And we play that playlist throughout during our breaks and we share it with people so that they can get energized before the summit, but then they can also tap into it as a energy boost after the summit because it's great to be in spaces together. But then after an experience ends, it's like we're kind of yearning for something, and we feel like the playlist is a fun way to be able to bring us back into that energy and into that spirit. So the link to the playlist will be in the video description below. So we hope everybody enjoys that. So, Christine, what are you most excited about sharing during your session and really just during the summit in general?
Well, of course, being at the summit previously and being a part of it in many ways as a attendee, as a speaker, as just being part of the community in general. Obviously, Allison, you bring a special quality that I don't haven't seen on a Zoom type of virtual summit, and I've been to many of them, of us feeling like we're all in the same room. So, of course, I'm looking forward to that and having that community feel. You really know how to bring people together and feel like we are right next to each other, arm in arm, working through some of our stuff. And this idea around release and speaking to the idea of girl on fire, even, right? Like sometimes we have to burn it to actually bring forth the phoenix and the next steps of where we're going with it. So I'm excited to speak to that idea of what is the simple release that needs to happen, what needs to be let go, and the invitation, and the maybe even more so the permission slip of someone allowing them to say, you know what, I get to let this go. And with that, something else more potent can come into my business, can come into my life, something that thrives me. I think where we're lending ourselves in the online service business as we move through these years is that it gets to be better. It gets to be different. You know, that it's okay that we're not following 6 steps to $6 million in 60 minutes or anything like that, that there's more depth to this. And I think what your community and what you're doing here with the summit is elevating the online service industry to allow us and entrepreneurs, people in careers, people like elevating how we work, how we live, how we make money, how we connect or in relationship with each other. There's an elevation going on in that. And in that is release. In that is a letting go. And again, something we're not super great at. We accumulate. And so, what a beautiful opportunity during our time in the summit to look at what we get to let go together, because letting go can also mean a lot of things for people. I've done a lot of work with trauma and trauma of money and around that and financial. And it can be hard to let go of things because of experiences and events that we've been a part of where things have come up where it's like letting go is not a good thing. So being in a safe place that you are creating here is going to allow us to release in order to reclaim. And obviously, as you know, well, my work is around reclaiming our power with money, but really it's about reclaiming our power to go after what we want. And in that, there is a natural release.
Yeah. Ugh, I love it so much. If you are listening to this interview, again, this is a little bit moving away from what this interview is about in terms of the questions, but Christine has a book called Be the Queen of Your Money, and you should go get it because there's a lot of great practices in there. I feel like I was very honored to be a part of one of her signature programs when she first launched it. And the book is related to that content, and it is a powerhouse of releasing exercises, reclaiming exercises. So go get the book. We've got our rapid fire round. So are you ready?
I'm ready.
Early riser or night owl?
Early riser.
Beach or mountains?
Mountain.
Of course. What is the funnest memory you are bringing with you from 2023?
Funnest memory, I'd have to say the 100 nights of camping that we did in our new RV, exploring the American Southwest. To be able to do that is such a dream come true. And it really is close to my heart about how much travel and experiencing life means to me. And making money supports that. So, yeah,
I love that. And then what was your biggest takeaway from 2023?
biggest takeaway from 2023, I trust. I trust that I'm on the right path. And with that is a lot of just inner joy. It's not always been easy, but I trust myself.
There you have it, people. Well, Christine, it was so nice getting a chance to catch up with you and to share a little bit more about you with our audience. If you are watching or listening to this interview, we want to personally invite you to join us at the 2024 Summit, the Soulful Entrepreneur Summit, happening February 27th through the 29th, 2024. The link to grab tickets can be found below, but you can just go to getsoulfulsuccess.com. We can't wait to see everybody there. Thank you again so much, Christine.
Welcome.